Grab the other fan, plug it in over here. You, grab the other fan, plug it over here. He'll get it. Leave it right there, Zion. Leave it right there. You grab that fan, Zion, and point it this way. So you can get the air to circulate.
Plug it over here. Put it on.
Yes.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's it. Straighten these chairs out. Slovakia. Salam Israel. This is Captain Azania of the ISUPK, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York City, New York. ISUPK is under Commanding General Yohana, the only man authorized and set up by the Most High to lead our people. Our people being the so-called Negro, the so-called Hispanic, the so-called Latino, the so-called Natives, the so-called West Indians, the so-called Haitians, okay, the so-called indigenous of North, Central, and South America. You make up the 12 tribes of Israel. And with you making up the 12 tribes of Israel, we have laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? We have laws, statutes, and commandments, which we need to keep and follow for life in order to live. And because we continue to break them, we broke them, all right, we needed a king to show us how it was done, how it is done. And that king is Yahushua Mashiach, whom the world calls Jesus Christ. Okay? He's our king. We follow him. Right? We follow our God, Yahweh. Okay? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, any questions? Any questions? Right? All right, that's right. Okay. So we're going to talk about what happened in Buffalo. Shalom to you, brother. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions online? Any questions? Why do I ask, are there any questions? Why do I even do that? You pass me that cup, Baba. The water, I appreciate that. Why do I ask, does anyone have any questions? Because we ask that in the ISUPK. Why do we entertain questions? Why do we take questions? Does anybody know? One of you know? Why do we take questions? Why do we always take questions in ISUPK? The reason why we take questions to see if a brother or sister needs a breakdown on a specific scripture or topic. That's correct. Now, why do we do that? You're right. Give me a little bit more. Bring it home. Why do we do that? Why do we open up the floor for questions? Yeah, Acts chapter 8. I think it's Acts chapter 8. Acts chapter 8, verse 31. Acts chapter 8, verse 31. Acts chapter 8. Acts chapter 8. All right, I'm going to just run up to verse 27. And he rose and went, and he rose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, an eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of Ethiopia, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasure, and had come to Jerusalem for to worship. What does that tell us? Because the Christians will see this. Okay, when we say Christians, I don't know if this needs to be changed. Okay. Listen to this. Listen to this. Y'all listen to it in class too. Listen to this. What is a Christian going to say when they hear this? And he rose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, a eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge over all her treasure, and had come to Jerusalem for to worship. Christians like to say what? That the Bible is for who? What do Christians say? For who?
Black people.
Christians don't say that.
For what?
What do Christians say?
Not enough for
No, they don't just say that. What do Christians say?
Bible's for everyone.
For what?
Everyone.
Very good. They teach that the Bible is for everyone. But who is the Bible for? Israelites. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? So they'll read this and they say, see, a man of Ethiopia. He was an Ethiopian. What is an Ethiopian?
A Sodomite?
No. Sodomite is a Bati boy. Any nation of person, or any person can be a Bati boy. Of any nation. Okay. A sodomite is a Bati boy. What is an Ethiopian? Where is Ethiopia? Where is Ethiopia? Where is Ethiopia? Where is the land of Ethiopia? Ethiopia is in Africa. So that would make him a Hamite. Okay? That's what they would say. They would say, oh, this is a Hamite. Right? They would say this is a Hamite. Salam. I don't know why, but it's a little, stuffy in here. If you wanted to keep the door open, that's up to you. Catch a bit of breeze in here. So the Christians would come to this precept and be like, see, it's an Ethiopian. She the queen of the Ethiopians. That's it, brother, to teach the truth to our people according to the Bible. Right. And we open the floor to the questions. I'll go back to that question. We open the floor to the questions because we are the priests and prophets. We are the authority. Nobody else can teach the Bible except the ISUPK. And we stand on that. If you hear somebody else teaching the Bible and they're outside of the ISUPK, either they learned it from us or they're wrong. Okay? So they'll look at this and they'll say, see the Ethiopian. Everybody can come into the truth. How would you crush that lie? Right here in the same verse. We in Acts chapter 8, verse 27. How would you crush that lie? You can crush it right in the same verse. Y'all see it?
Go ahead,
Though.
when you read the precept at the end of it, it says, it had come to Jerusalem for to worship.
To do what?
To worship.
That's right. So they think it's an Ethiopian, and then it says, for he has come to Jerusalem, and he had come to Jerusalem for to worship. What does that indicate? What does that straight up indicate?
It's like that, that this is not an Ethiopian, because why would an Ethiopian, you know what I'm saying, have to go to Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying, to worship?
Right.
It makes no sense.
Right.
If he's in Ethiopia, that's where he should be. If the God of, you know what I'm saying, the Ethiopians should be in Ethiopia where they're at, right?
Absolutely.
But we know, you know what I'm saying, that historically speaking, we would travel, you know what I'm saying, to what? Jerusalem.
Who would do that?
Israel.
Yeah. Specifically for what?
Passover.
Mm-hmm. Keep going. That's number one.
For the holy days.
For the high holy days. Okay? That's our tradition and our culture. All right? You want to prop it? Or you good? You want to get something to prop it? Put a piece of cardboard in it? You good?
Keeps the sound.
Yeah, what I'm saying, if you want to prop it just right there, like where you got it. Yeah, it does make a difference to watch. Okay? Yep, that's excellent. Because it was only us. We would go to Jerusalem. Who keeps the high holy days? Who are the high holy days for? For Israel. 12 tribes of Israel. The other nations, it's not for them. It's not set up for them. Right? They don't have no connection with it. It's not for them. They wouldn't come here and keep this. Right? That's like an American, an Edomite American, right? Do Edomite Americans keep Chinese New Year's? You say it's Chinese New Year. I'm taking a day off of work. I'm taking my family out. We're going to decorate our house in dragons, Chinese dragons, red and gold. No, they don't. Just like the brother was bringing out. He's Ethiopian. What connection does he have to Jerusalem? None. Goes and proves this is here. Go ahead.
So at my slave, you know what I'm saying, I work, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, Chinese, Vietnamese, so on and so forth, whatever. And when it came time, you know what I'm saying, for the Chinese New Year, they would not allow, you know what I'm saying, them to take the time off. They still had to show up to work, and, you know, now if it's 4th of July, everybody has it off. It's a part of being American.
That's right.
You're going to have that time off regardless. They made, okay, whatever. It's Chinese New Year for diversity, you know, keep the people happy, right? But no, you can't have the time off. You still have to go to work.
Right. Most high tracks. I know that made them mad. But, like you said, that's specific for them. Okay? All right. Go to the next verse if you can.
Verse 28. Verse 28. Was returning and sitting in his chariot and read Isaiah.
Mm-hmm. It translates to Isaiah.
Isaiah, the prophet, Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go here and join thyself to this chariot.
Right.
And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet, Isaiah, and said, Understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, How can I, except some
This is the point. This is the point. Okay? Everybody needs to hear the breakdowns. When I say everybody, I'm not talking of all nations. I'm specifically speaking of our people. And that has to be said and understood time and time and time again, because our people love to want to implement and bring in the heathen, the enemy. I'm going to play a clip from Benjamin Crump, the attorney Benjamin Crump, who's at every death, every shooting, every murder of our people. This attorney shows up, and he's chosen as the leader to lead us. And what does he want to do? He wants legislation change. He wants more laws. He wants to end racism. And we got to come together and unite black and white. That is not a leader. That is not our leader. Okay. It's obvious that our people need something that we've turned our backs on and rejected for years. 400, 500 years. We done rejected the Most High God, Yahweh. We done rejected the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. I was saying it earlier today. I was making it, I said, after being murdered by the white supremacists, after he comes and murders our grandmothers and our grandfathers, after he shoots them up live on television, you know what we asking for? We asking for laws. More gun laws. More legislation on hate crimes. Ways to stop racism by laws. What do black people say when we speak about the law of the Bible? What do our people always say to us?
So I mean, they talk about how we're like a hate group. They talk about how we're oppressive.
But what do they say when we say, keep the law, statutes, and commandments? What do our people say to us when we say we should keep the law?
The law's not winning.
They say what?
The law's not winning.
But you can say the white man write up another law? The white man's law is not done away with. So the white man is your God. Because a God is going to create law and have laws, because laws implement structure and order. So you want the white man to give you more laws. Please, Mr. White Man, give us more laws so that he can break those laws that he pushes out. For what purpose and what reason? Just so you can laugh in the face of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So you can look at the Bible as a joke, as a fairy tale. Oh, the laws is done away with. The laws is done away with. Ain't the laws done away with? But when it comes to the white man, please give us more laws. This is why we need this Bible being broken down. This is why the ISUPK is here. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah, for the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Command in General Yahweh. This is it. This is the point. This is absolutely the point and the reason why we exist. The priests and prophets to bring this out to our people. If our people have any questions, any concerns, any topic, we know everything in the ISUPK. Oh, y'all know everything? Yes. We know everything. You know why we know everything? Why do we know everything in the ISUPK? Well, that's pretty biased now. Well, that's pretty cold-hearted to say. What about my pastor? What about my imam? What about the conscious community? What about the Hotep and the Kemet? What about the Nubians? What about the black scholars? How about this? What about the Democrats and the Republicans? What about the politicians? They know nothing. Go ahead, Almo.
It's like there's a precept that says like there are those that think they're wise.
Speak up just a little bit.
There's a precept that says like there are those that think that they're wise, you know what I'm saying, but they know nothing at all.
That's right.
You see it, you know what I'm saying, because of the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. By us keeping the laws, you know what I'm saying, we are protecting ourselves. By us following this manuscript that is made just for us, it lays out, you know what I'm saying, how we should walk, how we should conduct ourselves. If you ever wanted a cheat sheet, this is it. This is exactly, you know what I'm saying, what we should follow, what we should adhere to, what we should lay our lives out, you know what I'm saying, to be as. Because it protects us, you know what I'm saying, from our enemies.
That's right.
It protects us against anybody who tries to come up against us. We won't have to worry about other nations, you know what I'm saying, assaulting us. We won't have to worry about, laws being put in place, though. Why? Because the laws, you know what I'm saying, are made to protect us. But because we choose,
that's right,
we pick and choose the laws to follow. That's where, you know what I'm saying, we get all messed up.
You say the laws is done away with.
God.
Yeah? It's to a point there ain't no laws picking and choosing. I think it's only one law that they follow. Only one law that we follow as Christians, and that's tithes.
Like,
and they don't even do that right. Yeah. You don't even do that right. Because your tithes go to who? A pimp. Your tithes go to who? A murderer, an adulterer, an idol worshiper. Go ahead, be quick out, because I'm going to pull that precept that you just said.
No, it's like it. That's what I was saying. Like, you said the exact same thing. You said the exact same thing I was going to mention is, how we're not tied, you know what I'm saying, to the Most High. We're not tied to the priests and prophets as we're supposed to. We're tied, you know what I'm saying, to somebody else.
Yeah.
To give us a...
It ain't going to command and general Yohana. Right. So you ain't doing a damn thing. You're not doing nothing. It's not going to him. I don't know what y'all doing. Okay? All right, read 31 again. Call it.
Acts chapter 8, verse 31. And he said, how can I, except some man, should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him.
And he said, how can I, except some man, should guide me? What's the first thing about being in the truth or coming into the truth? What's the first thing you must do?
It's like we're here to share ourselves with the world.
Right. So what's the first thing you do?
You get taught and guided.
How do you do that?
I sit in class.
Okay.
Ask some questions.
Huh? Throw everything out. You know nothing. Humble yourself. You know nothing at all. You know nothing at all. Let me play this clip, man. Yeah, this is it. Play this clip.
The city of Buffalo is mourning the 10 people who were gunned down at...
Damn, you saw it?
The city of Buffalo is mourning the 10 people who were gunned down at a grocery store in a predominantly black neighborhood. 3 others were hurt, and one of those killed was 86-year-old Ruth Whitfield. She's a mother, she's a wife, and she's a grandmother. Her son, Garnell Whitfield, is a retired commissioner of the Buffalo Fire Department. He joins us along with attorney Ben Crump, who is representing the Whitfield family. Good morning to you both. Mr. Whitfield, I want to start with you because we are also very sorry that you and any other family is going through this pain this morning. But I'm curious, it's been reported that you went to the store to help, and once you arrived, you learned that your mother was, in fact, one of the victims. How did you find out that you would now have been personally affected by this?
My mom had gone to the nursing home, which she did every day for the last 8 years to care for my father, who was at the nursing home. And she didn't answer her phone. And the nursing home is just blocks from the scene here. Upon her not answering her phone, just walked the scene here and was able to ascertain that her vehicle was in the lot here at this store.
Cornell, you mentioned your mother visiting your father in the nursing home. Tell us a little bit more about their relationship.
Anybody notice something? Who are the reporters? Anybody ever notice something? Every time there's a tragedy that happens to black people, who do they get as reporters? This white female and a white man, CBS Morning News. But they have Gail and I forget this brother's name. Used to be a football player for the Detroit Lions. You get him and her. I thought we was all in this together. How can we cry and beg for unity? And then we don't even, we don't even have the white people, reporters, reporting. It seems like you're separated as a people. You're automatically separated. Absolutely, you are separated as a people. Right?
So it's a media tactic. Essentially, the first thing is that to put a white reporter up, right, who represents the aggressor, the murderer, whatever you want to call it, the assailant, would essentially it wouldn't calm the situation. It would just anger. So let me give you somebody that looks like those that were affected.
So if they know that in the media, they know it would be insensitive. They know it would not work out. They would feel like, man, this is unsensitive for us to take a white person to do these reports. That wouldn't bring justice. That would feel wrong. If they know that in the media, do they know something that we don't know? When I say we, I'm talking about our people that's lost outside of the truth. Yeah, they know something we don't know. Because we're going to beg white people to fix us or to save us. Meanwhile, media knows that you can't mix the races, especially with incidents like this. Because what does it do? It creates, like Fallon said, it creates more harm. It's going to create more harm. All right? Like if a couple gets pulled over, a man and a female gets pulled over, and they both have to be searched, they want a female cop to search the female. Right? They want her to feel comfortable around another woman. Black people. Everybody knows it on the planet. Except you. You have to separate. I just wanted to bring that up. Go ahead, quick.
The one thing that it's, even the question that was asked, and I don't know if I'm just over looking at this too deeply, but the question that they asked was, how did you know when you were personally affected by this? Yeah, I'm a black man just like everybody else and just died. I was personally affected by it. I'm saying, well, my brothers and sisters were shot and killed. I mean,
nobody thinks like that, except the ISUPK. That's why events like this happen. Because everybody is thinking of self. They're thinking of themselves. They're thinking in their mind, there is no way there could be a mass shooting in Buffalo on a Saturday afternoon while we grocery shopping. There is no way that we would have any type of enemy. Tomorrow, President Biden will be in Buffalo. And tomorrow, because President Biden goes to Buffalo, the families are going to say, what? We forgive the shooter. We forgive the criminal, the murderer. We forgive him. Black people don't look at black people, us, as a whole. Everybody looks at themselves as an individual because Christianity completely destroyed us. America has completely broken us down to be selfish.
So, right, two things. One, the question that could be asked to every person that went down to Congress, right? Would you have went down there if you did not feel as if you had some personal stake in this? Why? Because his mother is only blocks away, right? His mother's only blocks away. So if his mother wasn't only blocks away, she didn't routinely go here, you would have never went to go check.
No, he did, though.
No, slightly. His mom is only so far away.
Right.
She usually goes to this location in her routes. He said it before, you know what I'm saying, answer this question. My mom usually comes down here, right?
Yeah, no, he was talking about the nursing home.
God.
Yeah.
But if his mom did not go to this location,
right, you
know,
I don't want to put it on him though.
God.
Yeah. Because I'm saying because
he's a police person.
He's a fire department.
Yeah.
Right. And he probably got the message of mass shooting, and gotta give it to the brother.
Right.
He went down to the location.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't think. He said he didn't know his mother was there because his mother is usually at the nursing home blocks away.
Right.
Visiting his father.
Yeah.
Right.
But everybody else that went.
Yeah.
Was it because of their personal stake in the issue? And if we had that type of mindset, would that not prevent these things from happening?
This is the thing, and this is why I'm bringing out this scripture.
Yes.
In the kingdom of heaven, we will have civilian Israelites. You get what I'm saying? We'll have a ruling class. We'll have the 144,000, a ruling class. We'll have men that are the leaders. You get what I'm saying? We'll have Shamar. And we'll have people that just go about their everyday life.
Yeah.
Okay. This is why it's important to have ISUPK. Everywhere now. I mean everywhere. Predominantly black communities, predominantly black grocery stores. Everybody should contact Commanding General Yohana. Everybody. Oh, we got a store here and we need some protection. We saw y'all brothers come out of Hebrew Academy. You see how y'all do it? Y'all serious about it. They need us everywhere. So that they can feel, this sister's 86 years of age. You feel what I'm saying? She needs to feel comfortable just to go to the store, to grab some food. That's why I'm saying about this. There's nobody other than us authorized to not only break down the scriptures, but to be the leaders of our people. What was the second thing?
Yeah, the second thing was, would it be more likely, you know what I'm saying, that Kamala will go down and quell the people versus, you know what I'm saying, Biden?
Well, Biden already said he was going to go down. Yeah. President Biden already said he was going to go down. And he's going to go over to. He's going to go over to Buffalo. And most likely the reason being is because he hasn't done anything for black people. So this will be a political tactic, political ploy to show I sympathize with the niggas. That's how he's going to look. That's basically what it comes down to. I'm with you guys. So that black people don't have to think about Joe Biden, you ain't do nothing for us. We don't want you to come. Right? But they want to accept Joe Biden because Joe Biden's going to go and say, see, these are Americans. And black Americans shouldn't suffer. He'll say something like that, like he said already. Kamala done already said something. Kamala ain't never coming to the hood. Why? Why? Kamala will never go to the border of Mexico. Kamala will never go to the hood. Kamala will never show up at your event. She'll never support you. Why is it? Go ahead.
Because she hates Black Hispanics, man.
Yeah, but why is it? Like when I say that, I'm saying, why does she feel that she doesn't have to? She thinks she's black, or she's portraying as black, right? And she possibly thinks she's a woman of color or black or whatever.
Because she can sit there and say, I'm those same people that's there. She doesn't have to, you know what I'm saying, go with it.
Every rich Negro, every politician, every black politician, every black preacher, every Negro with some money, Black, Hispanic, and Native American with some dollars, they don't have to go to your event. They don't have to show up there. I'm black like you. Ain't that good enough? Is it good enough for black people? Yes. Because why did you vote for her? Why did you vote for her? Why did everybody vote for Joe Biden? Because he had a black woman on the ticket. Right or wrong? Remember they were saying that? Oh, he put a black woman on the ticket as vice president. It's a wrap now. Even black folks was a little shaky, like, we want to get Trump out of there. As soon as Biden said, Kamala, come on through. Put her name on the ballot, boom, it's a wrap. Why did black people vote for Barack Obama? Because he's black. That's all you need. And this is what's so sad about our people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Who's black and cares? Who's black and cares? Jesus Christ, the Lashawan. He's black and he cares. That's heavy. He's black and he cares. You got a king. But you know what's so sad? You need somebody to break the scripture down that Jesus is black. My cousin can't stand me saying it. You go, man, you say that all the time. Stop saying that all the time. That needs to be said when? Every day. Every night. Every class. It's obvious we don't know he's black. We play the clip.
The scene here and was able to ascertain that her vehicle was in the lot here at this store.
Cornell, you mentioned your mother visiting your father in the nursing home. Tell us a little bit more about their relationship.
My parents were married for 67, 68 years. We were wonderfully blessed to have them all of this time. My father had taken ill and had been in this nursing home for the last 8 years. My mom was there every day to take care of my father. Every day. She loved him completely. And she was doing what she did every day. And she left there and stopped by the store on the way home to get groceries and encountered this individual.
Ben, I would like to ask you about the representation of the Ruth Whitfield family. In a statement yesterday, you said, we are thoroughly investigating the shooting and the events leading up to it. What further answers do you want to know?
Well, Nate, it's important that we know.
Nate Barris. Did you hear the questions he just asked? I'm gonna run it back just a little bit. Now this is sad, man. This sister was dedicated to her husband for 68 years. And she went to the nursing home every day to take care of her husband. That example needs to be taught. Now the sister can't teach it directly out of her own mouth because the damn devil took the sister away from her family. And you call us a terrorist group. You put us on a terrorist list. You put us with them because we speak against them. You hypocrites, man. You're foul and disgusting. We go out to camp. You know what they say? You're the Black Ku Klux Klan. Oh, don't talk to sisters no more. Don't go on social media and talk to sisters about abortion, about sexual freedoms. Don't say nothing. They're going to call you a white supremacist. They call you a white supremacist. The white supremacist is killing your grandmother. The white supremacist just killed your father at the grocery store. And you hate the niggas that fight against it? You hate the priests and prophets that stand against it and put our life on the line? I'll say it again, and say it again, and say it again. A young man from Buffalo, born and raised in Buffalo. You know where he was at during this time? He was at camp in Harlem. He could have been right there at that times. Because people love to say, yo, what if y'all get killed out there? You gonna go out there? Y'all gonna get killed out there. They crazy out there. Since 1969, not one brother has been murdered up in here. Listen to the question and listen for the response.
What further answers do you want to know?
Well, Nate, it's important that we not only hold accountable this individual who committed this hateful act, but we hold accountable those who curate this hate, who radicalize these young white supremacists. I mean, that manifesto, he said his intent was to kill as many black people as he could that day. We saw in Charleston, South Carolina with the young white supremacist Dylan Roof, and now we're here in Buffalo, New York. How long before we get the anti-black hate crime bill passed? Because if we don't do something...
That's why Biden's going tomorrow. Because they want the anti-black hate bill passed. Why would you continue to beg for it, man, Crump? This attorney been on the job since when? Trayvon Martin. You ain't won one yet. He hasn't won one case yet. What do you keep begging it over and over and over again? We need an anti-black hate bill. Let's say they pass it in legislature. Let's say they come up with Joe Biden sits there and writes this perfect bill. Don't hate the blacks. If you hate the blacks, you'll get double time in prison. Hate crimes are illegal. The white man gonna stop? He gonna read it down, he gonna grab it, he gonna go, ooh, say here, right here in the law, signed by President Joseph Biden, no more killing niggers. Oh my gosh, I guess I'll stop. Is that them outside? Do niggas live in a movie? Niggas live in a movie. White man gonna read that law. And outside he's gonna hear, we shall overcome. Have a tear come down his cheek. Martha, Billy, Come join me as I march with the Negroes. I'm changing. They think this is going to happen. Go ahead, Dollar.
Chucky, wasn't he there, you know what I'm saying, when he passed the anti-lynching law? I mean, I thought we were good right there. They can't lynch niggas.
What the hell is an anti-lynching law? What the hell is in the anti-lynching law? It's the dumbest piece of legislation ever. Go look it up. Look up the anti-lynching law. You're like, what does this mean? This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I looked at 3 sentences and I said, this is just ridiculous. What is this? Anti-lynching law. Don't kill Negroes on ropes. Don't murder with no rope no more. Oh my God. They don't say that. I'm just saying. Ben Crump gets paid by the Democratic Party. He gets money from the Democrats to push what? Because who pays the Republican Party? What organization pays the Republican Party? Just want to see if anybody knows this. Who pays the Republican Party? For over 10 years, the water system. He's been doing it for 10 damn years. 12 years. Almost 15 years, I think. What is it? Mayor Byron Brown has never did anything to fix black to Hispanic people in these neighborhoods. And Byron Brown has been in office for a very long time. That's right. That's right, brother. Who pays the Republican Party? Anybody know? This was their largest donor and supporter. One of their largest donors and supporters. The NRA, the National Rifle Association, pays the Republican Party. They wash each other's hands. One hand washes the other. Meaning they get money from each other. Okay? Because if the Republicans get in office, the NRA gives money for campaigning, right? To get the vote out, to vote for more Republicans in office. The more Republicans you get in office, the more open guns that we can have. The Democrats see that. So the Democrats do what? When we get in office as Democrats, let's come up with all these gun laws. So that way we can restrict the Republicans from moving forward. Who pays the Democrats? What's one of their big supporters? Planned Parenthood. So the Republicans are against abortion because that's where the Democrats get their money. The Democrats are against guns because that's where the Republicans get their money. And you fall dead smack in the middle. Do guns kill people? Or do people kill people? People kill people. People kill people. What's going to happen when they change the gun laws? And nobody can have a gun. You know what they're going to do? Everybody's going to be walking down the street with one of these. Everybody going to have machetes and swords and knives and everything. Right or wrong? Wasn't it recently? I think BC or somebody? Something in the recent years. Some cat stabbed like 8 people to death. So then what they going to do? They're going to create knife laws. Now no more knives. So then what people going to do? They're going to choke you to death. Then what they going to do? They're going to say, okay, no more rope laws. Because y'all choking too many people with ropes. Let me bring that video back. When we see his pendant on his lapel, the irony.
Meaningful, Nate and Gail. I am so afraid that we will see something like this happen again in our community.
Yeah, I think Ben Crump, we're all afraid of that. You know, it doesn't seem like you're safe at the grocery store, the church, at the spa, at a movie theater, at a concert. And now we have a man.
She brought up the spa. She brought up the spa for our one. What spa she talking about? Yeah. At the love you long time. Them little Asian girls was love you a long time. $5. $5. The Edomite went in there and they called that a hate crime. Was it a hate crime, Taiwan? Didn't we bring that out? Was it a hate crime? No. He was a born-again Christian. The white man was a born-again Christian. He kept buying prostitutes, Taiwan. He said, I got to get rid of these prostitutes. They keep causing me to sin. He drove through Atlanta. Every time he drives through Atlanta, you will see a sign up there. Asian spa. Love you. Long time. $5. $20. $40. He said, we'll pull over and get him some. Love you. Long time. He went to church. He said, no, you're not supposed to love these hoes. He said, you're right. I'm tired of it. I'm going to get rid of these hoes. He didn't shoot it up because they was Asian. He shot it up because they was hoes. But what did Gail just do? She said the church, the grocery store.
I think, Ben Crump, we're all afraid of that. You know, it doesn't seem like you're safe at the grocery store, the church, at the spa, at a movie theater, at a concert. And now we have a man in...
What was the movie theater, Taiwan? You remember?
Batman, right?
It was the Batman movie. The Edomites went out to that Batman movie in Aurora, Colorado. They had a midnight showing of the new Batman movie. People thought it was part of the show. This Edomite came through there with a gas mask on and rifles on him and body armor. And he took the smoke bombs and he threw them in the crowd. And people said, ooh, I thought it was part of the show. Yay! Like he might took them guns out, boom, 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 shooting everybody up. But hey, what does Gail do? What did Gail just do? Gail didn't leave it at black people dying. She included white people dying. Asian people dying. The concert. Which concert? I think the country concert? Remember that country concert? Ooh-wee. They got on Travis Scott. They got on Travis Scott. And Travis Scott had that concert and the people was all high on all the pills that you want. And they was crushing each other and running over each other. They said, Travis Scott, you're a murderer. I won. When that Edomite, when that devil was in that hotel room, high up with the 50 cap, the bullets was coming. That country singer, you know what he did? He was doing this. That's country. Love my country music. Boom, boom. He said, oh, shit, get out of here, Billy. He took off. They got on Travis Scott. They said Travis Scott was horrible. He didn't notify the people. He didn't stop playing the music. I ain't trying to justify nothing. And I ain't trying to say that country music singers shouldn't have run, but damn, he could have did something, couldn't he? He ain't saying nothing. That 50 cal was boom, boom. But you see what Gayle King did? He brings them into it. We can't die. We can't die by ourselves. We can't be victims by ourselves. We can't go through no pain ourselves. God damn.
The church, at the spa, at a movie theater, at a concert. And now we have a man in custody. What do you make of the arrest of this young man?
You know, Gail, so many times we talk about unarmed young people of color being killed, but yet when you have these young confirmed white mass murderers, they always seem to be taken alive. And so it just goes to a deeper conversation of how we deal with societal issues, especially involving race. We have to direct our attention to these internet sites that inspire these young people that are radicalizing them to be hate mongers.
Be quick, because I got to touch on what he just said. Go ahead.
It's like her comment in what he said, well, I don't know if you would say it's completely contradictory, but she stated this young man, when it's any of us though, it's this individual, this monster, this gangster, this thug, whatever.
Yeah.
The jargon that she used is already quelling, you know what I'm saying, the people. It's causing the storm to kind of like, press it up.
Great observation, Calvin. Great observation. Because as soon as it happened, on one media outlet, the reporter asked the brother, he said, shouldn't we look into mental illness? The young man, maybe he has a mental disorder. Give him a way out. Show him some compassion. Go ahead.
It's like I just did a training on my slavery today about this. The training, they did not excuse his behavior. They did not excuse it. The training was saying that mental illness, there are telltale signs. Someone that's being stressed out because of pay wages, whatever. It's not to correlate it easily to mental illness. It's not that easy to do. And when people do it, of course, though, it's basically making an excuse and overlooking what the real issue is.
Yeah. That's it. To give him some sympathy. Well, it's cool. If you good, I'm good, man. That's nice. The water. You're right. It's all sympathy tactic now. Making an excuse. You're right. There's so much to go into it. Because what would happen? Every black person has a mental disorder. We've been enslaved for 500 years. We ain't shooting nobody up. But ourselves and each other. We ain't the mass killers and shooters. And let me say this. I got you, Gabo. But let me say this. He said we need to go on the internet and stop these people that's teaching race and hate. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
We have to direct our attention to these internet sites that inspire these young people that are radicalizing them to be hate mongers, to be people who hate people because of the color of their skin.
Hate people because of the color of their skin. What's this? ISUPK Upstate NY? What's that, the 3rd or 4th page?
Okay.
He shut our pages down, Power One. It might in the class right now, because I'm talking about it. It might shut it down right now. Because what is he just doing? What are he doing? He gonna blame it on us. They gonna blame it on us. We the hate mongers. Y'all just filled with hate. They gonna shut us down. I remember when I finally realized something in 12th grade. I finally realized something in 12th grade. My English teacher asked me this in 12th grade. Because we were reading these books by black authors. And we started a discussion in class. About race. And my English teacher, he asked me this. He said, what would you do? What would you want to happen if the Ku Klux Klan had a rally right downtown Syracuse? What would you like done? And he pointed me out. What would you like to be done? I said, not a thing. Nothing. What? You wouldn't want them to be stopped? No. Because if I want to go downtown and have a rally downtown, it's my right. If the Ku Klux Klan want to go downtown and have a rally downtown, it's their right. Isn't it their right? We was at Juneteenth. That cop came right up to me. Because I made sure that the Caesar Boys Head sign was the last sign to be broken down. Remember them cops came across the street, thought they was big and bad? It's all right. I'm looking at the cop in his face. He said, hey, man, how would you like it? Because this isn't right. How would you like it if the Ku Klux Klan was across the street with their signs up and their speech and they're passing out their flyers? I said, I got a permit. The Ku Klux Klan have a permit? He said, what? I said, if the Ku Klux Klan gets a permit, can't they do it? He looked down and said, psst. He couldn't answer that question. Because he's the goddamn Ku Klux Klan. Like, he can't answer that question because he's astonished that I'm saying everybody should have the right to speak. That's what I get. Everybody should. What's wrong with that? This dude is about to try to get us jammed up. It ain't gonna work. You can't hate people because of the color of their skin. Why not? Isn't that an American right? God damn. I gotta be with a white girl. I remember I used to be in college. Man, I used to flip out on all the brothers in college, sit with the basketball team. I mean, yo, you don't like white girls? Yo, you racist. I gotta like white women? I have to? You're just gonna force it on me. I can't hate. How the hell are you gonna change somebody's mind on what they love and hate? You got a favorite food? You like pizza, right? So you can love pizza. What food don't you like? What food do you hate? Pork. You go to school and they go, but just try it. Come on, give it a taste. Here you go. I'll season it for you. Put hot sauce on it. They're going to force you to eat pork? Isn't it your right? Go ahead, Darwin.
Salaki. Remember in 2020, Walter Wallace, who had a knife shot and killed by the police. Walter Wallace, a black man. He had a mental disorder.
That was last year
Walter Wallace.
in Philadelphia.
Shots.
Yeah, I think that was last year. Was it 2020 or was it last year?
Yeah. I believe it's 2020.
Okay. Because we was dealing with the rosters.
There was another 21 case as well too though, but I thought it was last year as well too though. But
Okay.
what I saw here.
Yeah, but yeah.
It was like around that late time, early, that December probably. Like
Oh, okay. Because we was in here. And that's when you brought out the precept, remember? When we was battling the rosters.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking it's 2021. Because we was battling the rosters, and you put out the precept where Yahweh Shai said, basically saying, don't think you know better than somebody else. Because the rosters hated Walter Wallace. So, oh, he was yelling at his mother. He shouldn't have been walking up and down the street with a knife. Shut up. You ain't no better than them. It was 2020?
October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we went in, man.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
like it.
I'm sorry, but you said he had a mental illness. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And you saying that the white boy that shot up Tops, he had a mental illness. Why they ain't kill him? The brother had a knife, a measly knife. This cat had full body armor. The security guard, the brother, 60-something years of age, shooting at him, the bullets just bouncing off like nothing. And he murders that brother. Cat got guns, heavy artillery. You know what happened now? They cornered him. He was sitting in the corner up the Tops with the gun pointed to his neck, getting ready to blow his brains out. You know what the police did? They convinced him to live. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. They convinced him to live. They convinced him to live. Not only did they not shoot him, they didn't want him to shoot his damn self. He has murdered all these innocent people, all of them elders, except the one. I think the one sister was 32. Oh, come on, I was saying.
What?
No, that's from North Syracuse, right? Come on. That's crazy. He had a mental illness? Oh, okay. They saved his life. They ain't shoot him up. Man.
It is very hard, Ben, to hear that this young man was so young and had so much hatred in his heart. I want to go back to you, Mr. Whitfield, because, I think about the 10 families.
He's so young with so much hatred in his heart. Why? Shut up. Oh. It's a lot.
It's a lot, sir.
Go ahead.
There are those of us who say you were just like, we're so tired, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're tired of the march and the protest. We're tired, you know what I'm saying? All of the, what's been going around. It is so sad because it just shows, you know what I'm saying, how we're so quick to give up.
Yep. I want y'all to watch this.
Yeah.
He's so young. He got a whip in his hand, whipping on the door. This is a little Edomite. He just looked at the camera.
Little boy, you better get your ass from off my porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my goddamn door like that. Go.
Listen. It's on. Salakia, I might get checked for it, but I would send my son out there to whoop that motherfucker's ass. That sister was nice. He's looking for her daughter with a whip in his hand. If that boy come to my doorstep looking for my baby with a whip in his hand, I'm putting my foot in his ass. I want my sons to wax him easy. She was nice. Boy, if you don't get your ass, sounded just like a sister. That was wonderful. Off my doorstep. Black people are the greatest people on the planet. We loving people. Because I don't know if this clip shows it, but then the father goes to the house and knocks on the door to talk to the parents. Isn't that nice? But you know how this started out? How do you think this started out?
With him and the one sister's daughter playing.
They was doing what?
Playing.
They were doing what?
Playing together.
Give them a hand. Your children are not supposed to play with the goddamn devils. How could he be so young and filled with hate? Why not? Isn't that America? That's America, ain't it? Don't they teach their children to pledge allegiance to the flag every day? You pledging allegiance to the murderers, to the rapists, to those who enslaved us. Don't have your children playing with them. They're born in iniquity. That's what the Bible says. They're born speaking lies. Go ahead, Al.
Salagi. Would have been wrong if that little boy got shot because he came there with a weapon.
I know. I don't want to put that out there. Okay, ISUPK. All right. I might get checked for putting my foot in his ass. I don't want to put that all the way out there for shooting him. Now, if it was reversed, he would have been shot. If that was a little black boy banging on white people's door, they would have shot him and murdered him. I'm not. What the sister did was right. What the brother did was right. Went to go talk to the parents. You know what this sister did? I need to give her a hit. Because you know what? She went to go tell who? Her husband. You see that? And he went to go handle it. She didn't go, oh, I handled it. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
So Zalakia, the brother that was shot and killed in Florida, right? For playing music.
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis? He played music.
Jordan Davis.
I mean,
I think he was 18.
yeah.
And he wasn't even playing the music. He was in the back seat.
Right.
He was in the back seat.
Okay.
You see how the white man is? He looked at the camera and doesn't care. He don't care about authority. He don't care about laws. He's white. He has privilege. He is the ruler of this land, of the earth. That's what he thinks in his mind. And who raises him like that?
His father.
Damn right. How should we raise our sons and our daughters? We shall overcome. Jesus, oh how I love the name Jesus every day. See white Jesus up there, baby? See white Jesus? Like Jesus gonna help you. Right? Jesus loves you. White folks is good white folks too. It's bad black folks and it's bad white folks. What if the baby girl was outside? You'd have murdered that baby. Put your hand up, son.
I mean, that whip hit that door. I'm surprised that thing did not break. But the dad, you know, saying, comes up later on.
Yeah, yep. It's not in this one. So I gotta go back and get that clip.
Where did he get the whip from?
Where do you think he got a whip from? Where did he get the whip from?
We're now watching Doorbell News.
Hey guys, so check out this video.
Okay, that's all I'm talking. Somebody else was gonna say something. Why are they blocking out his face? We need to see the criminal's face. He's a criminal.
They had him at the border.
Oh, with the whips, yeah. Look at the father. Sisters, stop the lie. The black woman never protected. The black man don't protect the black woman. Stop the lie.
I saw him.
Your dad's here, I just seen him. I didn't talk to him. Your dad's here, I just seen him walking the house.
Yo! The scripture says two manner of people. Two manner of people. The little boy answers the door. Black people was taught from we don't answer the door when we the baby, when we the child. Do we? The boy answers the door?
I don't know who you're talking to, little kid. He's talking to your dad.
He talking through the door to an adult.
What'd he say?
You recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's recording. Did you hear me? Yeah, that's recording. All right, we'll be here.
That's sad that we can't even have a conversation with him.
Your son be on mine. I didn't talk about these nails just to my car. Your son, let me show you the video. If you come outside and talk like an adult, then maybe we can figure it out. I'm trying to have a simple conversation. We can take it somewhere else if you want. I'm going to show you the video of your son hitting our door with this whip and hitting our car. I don't know, but I know that my son told me that your boy jumped him on his way home. My boy, my son.
Our son is.
But I saw you. Never turned up a conversation. Yeah, you can slowly start walking up on me. We've already had beef before.
We don't have beef.
I never come to have a conversation with you, sir.
The devil comes to the door with a gun. The white man is your enemy. He said,